And welcome everybody to the RaceRoom Communities League. As you saw in that little intro, we have 4 qualifying rounds. This is going to put everybody in their correct split for the 5 races that they're going to have. Basically, it's going to be setting their times, basically. We're going to try to get people with the pace that are similar together. So that is what is going on. As we watch right here, we got Martin Edwards driving around the track. I like the color of this car, the scheme. It's nice red and white. Really good. Oh, there goes my car, just went flying by that orange and gray. We have a different set of drivers this week. We're doing split 2. Last week we were doing split 1, or 2 weeks ago. So we are on race 3. As we think about race 3, we're going to take a quick look at the points in this split number 2. Right here, you can see that Peter Daniel has won 3 out of the 4 races so far, with Gunnar Ricks in second those 3 races, and he won the last race they were in over at Mid-Ohio. But we've had a few different people finishing in third. We got Fotis in one of them, Ariel in one, Jason in one, and Martin Edwards in one. So those are the 4 people that have finished in third. And then it kind of gets split up. Fotis looks like he's finishing 4th or better in all the races. And then it really gets jumbled as you look through the points here. These points, they are something to think about, but you're mainly looking at the fact that the top 4 or 5 here are going to be in split 1, 2, 3, 4, however they're going to be doing it. We have an average of about 20 to 30, somewhere there, 20, 25 really, drivers on each split. And so you got 4 different splits that are going to be in there with the same 20 to 25 people. So when you're looking at, 20, 25, about the first 6 or so, maybe 7 are going to end up in the first split. So that's what we're looking at here, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people are going to, those first 6 or 7 are going to find themselves in split number 1. We've got 4 qualifying rounds followed by 5 racing rounds. We are at Silverstone this week. This is a shorter version of Silverstone. They're going to do a quick cut across. So here you see they're on the normal course, getting ready to fly down the long straight, which is where they're going to take that hard right and cut across some of the course. Right there. So we have all kinds of things. Here we can see there's Gunnar Ricks right there. Our second place guy won the last race that we were out here. He is running around in second, practicing. We got about another 10 minutes of practice before we get into the qualifying, which will be followed by the race. I am your host with the most. Today, I'm going to be running the show, running solo again. My name is Adam Stewart. I'll be running the commentary. But we have so much to talk about today because these drivers are really closely matched with Gunnar and Peter. They're like right on top. But before we get to all that, let's talk about the ESR store. ESR is one of the 12 communities that's partaking in this event. And they have a store of their own. So here's a QR code, allows you to go in check them out. I will be putting this up periodically during the race, so if you miss it now, it's okay. So here we got Henny, I guess. That's an interesting name. Henny. Not sure how to say that. I'm just going to stick with that. Back on Martin. It's almost like he's driving a Red Bull. I would almost say he was. Niels. You know what? That's Henny's brother. They both have the same last name, it looks like. They do. They got to be related. That can't be a coincidence. Can't be another Yuri Kratachville along with somebody else having that last name. That's just too weird. But I guess, you know, we have Smith and Jones, thousands and thousands of them, so I guess they could be a common name over wherever the two of them are from. Timo Konechny. Now we're on to Fotis. Fotis is running in that solid third position. This car is dark today. Black and gray. Oh, it says sword on the side. He's going to be going slicing through the field, I take it. 8-bit livery. Willy van der Herk. Van den Herk. Dutch racing team. See if we can see what Gunnar is doing since he is on track. He's one of our front runners. You see him right there. Just take a look inside. Maybe we can take a full lap with him. We can get back around to start finish as he makes these double left-hander here. Not sure if this is going to be the start-finish line or if they're using the other one, but we'll see when we come by here if there's actually a flagman up there. I didn't see one, but it looked like it could have been. I just didn't see anybody. Oh, he's slowing down. All right, let's see who else we can watch. Maybe we'll watch Fotis. Where's he at? So let's see. I'm being asked to raise the audio in OBS a little bit for the vehicles. How's that sounding to you guys? Hopefully that's not too bad. Let's jump inside the cockpit with him. Let's see how this looks here. Flying down this back straight. Sitting a max speed of 180. Not the 201s we were seeing last week, but still pretty fast. So we're doing very well here with our speeds. You might get a little bit more on that with a little bit of a tow, but I'm not sure you'll get much more. See, Fotis is definitely trying to get some tow here. He's going to jump out to the left and try to hook this right-hander. Oh, he's going to go into the pits as well. We're not having any luck here. Let's see if we can find somebody to do a full lap. Maybe this Stefan. Where's he out on the track? He's making that right-hander. These S's right through here are very, very, I don't want to say difficult, but just deadly. You see, you're only going to take part of them before you come back down that long straight. This is where you'll find the highest speeds for this track. It's not a very long track. Looks like we're going just about a minute 5 or so around the track, depending on who's driving. And around goes Stefan Friggs. All right, so he's back in the pits. Oh, Gunner's back out there. Let's see what he's doing. Come on. There we go. Gunner just crossing the start-finish line, making that hard right into T1. Jump on board. A little sweeping left. Then we're going to do this hard right. Cutting off the rest of the track. And back down the long straight. Let's see what kind of speeds that Gunner gets. .187, 189 it looked like. There we go. We're going to do a full lap. Here we come down past the start-finish line. Going to make this hard right into T1. Just a slight lift. You don't really need to downshift. Back onto the throttle as he starts into this. It's a quick S. It's a slight left and then a hard right as they cut off the rest of the track here. You see him switching down into second gear. Back on the throttle. And down this long straight. The last time he hit 189 kilometers an hour. Let's see what he hits this time. 189 again. That looks about the fastest you're going to be going, unless you get some kind of a tow. He got a little sideways there, doing a little drifting action. Double right-hander, touching the grass, swinging it out wide. And back to the start-finish line. That's a lap around this Silverstone track. I'm going to see if I can get for us the distance of this shorter track. Let you know how far they're actually driving around. So let's see. That's not it. This is the right there. But it doesn't have a distance. Let's see if we can. Maybe I just need to put in length. I know the whole track is like 3.5 or 6, somewhere in there, but I am not finding how long. Guess it's really not that important now, is it? It'll be nice to know. I'd say it's probably just about 2, maybe less. 1.9, 1.8 kilometers overall. I know they're not going a long ways, but they're doing it in a minute 5 or so. It looks like practice is over, which means we are going to be getting to the qualifying round. They got 20 minutes to go out there and do some qualifying. As you see, what a It's a race to get out there. They don't want anybody in front of them, so everybody wants to be the first on track. Doesn't always work. Usually only one person gets it. That's going to be Gunner for this round. He's going to have Peter Daniel right behind him. Going to try to use the draft to maybe get himself a faster lap than Gunner to keep that pole position. And on this track, sometimes pole position isn't as important because you can hang that outside. If you can hang the outside on that T1, you can actually make up a lot of time with that speed going around the outside as long as you can stay out there and not go off track and have to give up, a slowdown. Kind of like this paint job of his. I don't think I saw anybody with that on the last commentary. Nobody had that vehicle. It's a good-looking car. Absolute Motors. Asuth? I think that's, or is it Ace-Luth? If it's Ace-Luth, that's like tricky on the tongue. Ace-Luth. I don't know. As they come around to complete the first lap, let's see what their times are. And Daniel has got the first lap with a 104.2. I would have to say that Gunner must have clipped the grass or gone off track or something in that lap there ahead of him. Because he definitely didn't set a time. Martin Edwards with a 104.6. Not a bad lap. Martin had to miss last week. So he did not get any points or pace from the last race. I'm sure he wants to race with the big boys, so he'll be out there doing his darndest. There's Gunner, sucking it up right into second place. He must not have liked having Peter on his back there. He said, I'm going to go back to the pits and maybe come out without him behind me, using me as a draft. Because that got Peter a 0.4. That was at a 103.8. And you got Ariel Zatoni, who also did a 103 I guess that's a 104.0. Gunner with a 104.3. Timo putting in some work. Starting to see people getting across that start-finish line. As they are putting in laps here, folks. 15 minutes left. We're going to see what Peter does this time. He's going to improve. Maybe a couple of 100s, not much. But he did. Got Timo jumping up into second place. Putting in the work. Look at that. 103 point. So he's just, 7 100s behind Peter there. So he's got a 103.1. Yeah, I'd say 1.5. 103.8, I guess. I guess I counted that wrong. Here we got Fotis. See what he can do. Hopefully he can get himself a good lap as we jump back to Andreas Ebert. Steve Davidson running around the track here. Let's see if we can find where Gunner's at, our second place man. Oh, they're going to show us Ariel is in third, trying to get back into second. Let's try to find Gunner. There's Gunner. Just a little bit of drifting around that corner. Keeping those tires good and hot. Gunner improved his time. He's up into the fourth position with a 103.9. See what we got happening over here. I have a feeling if Gunner was running behind somebody who was running at his speed, he might get himself a much better time. You can see he's a few 100s up in the first sector, but down on the second. He's coming around this last right-hander, heading towards start-finish line. Keeping it down low, cutting out the track. He is going to pull a 103.6, top of the board. Nice run there, nice run. Yeah, Peter must be thinking to himself, oh boy, just got beat. Got to get back out there, let's do this. See, he does the same thing. They stay way down there, trying to get as much speed as they can. I think he's done for a little bit there, judging by the way he was entering that T1. Let's take a look at our fifth place guy, Fotis, and see what he's up to. Looks like he's running out there behind Gunner. He improved by a tenth in that first sector. Got a little bit of a draft there off of whomever that was that pulled over. Head drift there. He's up by 2/10. That would get him the 4th position. Let's see. Does not look like he improved his time. That was a 104.1. Let's take a look at old Timo. Timo's got him someone he can draft with right out there in front of him. Bright yellow car. Hopefully whoever's in that blue car doesn't get in his way into this last turns. Nope, whoever it was, they pulled over, let him go. He is coming out, going down the front straight. This last turn to go. Let's see, Timo ran a 104.5. It's not a very good lap. We'll stick with them for one more lap. We got 8 minutes left here, just over halfway. Take a look at a few of the other drivers. After this, we're going to jump down and watch the stick. He's right on his best time. What did he do there? 103.8. So we're going to go watch the Stig. Let's see. He's in a... Maybe that was who was pulled over there. That is a blue car. That was the only one I've seen so far. Stig Martin. Got a big name to live up to there, Mr. Martin. Stig is a privateer, it looks like. He must be part of one of the groups to be in here. Got a little bit wide there. He's going to make this last right-hander, head down the straight. And then we're going to change drivers. Let's see. Let's go to Willie. Willie's in an 8-bit livery here, coming also as a privateer. He's hitting that back straight. Get over there, Willie, do some drafting. That's amazing about these cars is, you know, they're so small, you're not really going as fast as you would in like a GT car, but man, does the draft make a big difference. Oh, he's really wide. Woo. Thought he was going off track, folks. He was really, really wide there. Let's see what happens in T1. Good turn there. See how much further left he is than everybody else? See what kind of speed he gets down on the front straight. Dutch Racing Team. Willy van den Berg. '85, '87, '88, '89. Not bad. Let's take a look at Adam Komaraski. See where he's at. He's going past start-finish line right now. I like that gray car. It looks a good-looking car. I don't like the hood, but I like the rest of it. Making that hard right into T1. His last lap, he jumped from 13th all the way to 7th. Starting to get his rhythm going. Little touch of the curb there, cut to the inside. Again, touch of the curb. Back on the gas. Already up into third. Let's see if we can get us a 190 kilometer lap from somebody. Here it comes. And nope. He only got like a 181. He was kind of slow. That was interesting. Definitely not as fast as I thought he should have been. His last lap was a 104.215. This lap, he is going to run a 104.245. So just 3/100ths of a second slower. Let's see his gunner out on track. He is. Let's see what kind of speed he gets coming down that long straight. The fastest man on track right now. See if we can get us a 190. Almost got that on the front straight there. He's at 188. And 180. Still no, just a 189. Just nobody seems to get there. What we need to find is somebody who's drafted somebody and see if maybe they can get there. Is anybody right behind somebody? We haven't talked about Nicholas Campbell at all. He's got a respectable 10th position on the qualifying laps. 104.9, it looks like. See what he gets coming down this straight. Looked like he was late getting into third compared to everybody else, so I'm not thinking he's going to be that high, but we'll see. He did hit 189. Andreas Ebert is flashing his lights for speed there. He's counting down the corner. Every time he flashes them, it's one more second, one more second. That's just my excuse anyways. He's part of the 944 Housewife Racing team. And that is the end of qualifying, with Gunnar Ricks leading the way with a 103.658, just barely 4/100ths of a second over Peter Denny. We know these guys have finished first and second, so it should be a really good race between the two of them. Behind them, we have Timo Konecny in third, and then you got Ariel Zatoni in fourth, Fotis Sizoglu in fifth. You got Martin Edwards in sixth, Adam Komaraski in seventh, Steve Davidson in eighth. We never saw Steve, I didn't follow him, missed him. I'll get you on the race there, Steve. We got Stefan Frings in 9th. We got Nicholas Campbell in 10th. That is your top 10 as we prepare for a little warm-up here. As y'all know, this is the time for you all to go get a snack, get a drink, get yourself situated. If it's cold where you're at, get a blanket. If it's hot, turn the AC up. Get ready, because this race is going to be hot. We are going to be flying around this track, having a good time, watching these guys put everything they got into it. Now remember, where they finish, it does count, but it's really about their pace. So if something happens to you, you get spun, yeah, you're not going to be happy, but you can still get out there, get a good pace, get your drive on, and actually still get into the higher splits. Whoa, hello. It's parked on the track. I think Andreas Ebert there was planning on using a little draft and then realized the guy wasn't moving. Here's Adam Komorowski. We have a late person jumping in, Mr. Alan Kale. Let's take a look at him. Oh, he's got a good orange and gray car. I think I told you guys last time, this is the car that I like to drive. Some of them are practicing their start. We do run from a dead start, I think. And that's it, folks. We are about to get going. It's about to be live. Again, I am your commentary. Adam Stewart is my name. And the racing is the game. Let's do this. We are ready to start round 3 of the RaceRoom Communities League. This is split 2. Hosted by ESR. That's Eat, Sleep, and Repeat. If you're looking to help support the ESR community, there is a QR code that you could hit. There it is. And you are more than welcome to help us keep these servers live. The people who take care of it need to pay for these things somehow. The server's on almost every day, all day, which allows us all to be out there practicing when we need it. We are green. They are on the loud pedal. And Gunner got a heck of a jump. Definitely took that T1 right off the bat. And as everybody is fanning out, trying to find themselves a nice single line to get into, Peter's already taking a look at Gunner, trying to say, okay, I need to get around him now. I think both these guys know that unless you do it right away, you're probably not going to do it. Oh, that was too bad. Stefan went around. Up front with Peter Daniel. You're letting the commentator, I'm sorry, we're letting the auto director take care of the camera right now as we wait to see what is happening around the track. These guys are just nose to tail. Peter's going to try to use the draft here and maybe slingshot down into that after that long straight. We're going to call that turn 4. So I would think that's turn 1. They're going to have turns 2 and 3 here. That would be turn 3 as they start heading down. You can see Gunner's already looking. Gunner's looking in that mirror thinking, oh my goodness, he's coming. Peter's on my outside. No go. Gunner kept that just perfect placement of that car. They are coming back around for lap number 3, finishing lap number 2. We should see our times improve. The 1:11 on that first lap. Gunner was off track on an invalid lap. Peter Daniel with a 1:04.1. Again, we'll take another look. He's got way down to the inside this time. Let's see if Gunner's going to be able to hold that inside line going into this T4. They are side by side. Gunner's going to think better of it. It's so early in the race, in a 30-minute race, you got time to be able to recover from that kind of stuff. Great racing going on, folks. Let's take a look through the field as we kind of look, see what's happening everywhere. This is our closest battle down here. Niels is really close as well to Mr. Martin, to Stig. So the two of them are separated by just 0.2. You can see Niels is just looking for the draft, coming down that short straight past start-finish line. Let's see if he makes a move going down into the long straight. Looks like he missed that turn just a little bit. Going to give Stig just a little bit of reprieve as he's starting to pull away. Oh, something happened there. Martin got pushed off. He was making a pass on Zettoni there for 3rd position. Dropped all the way down to 6th. Missed what happened there. Let's stick with Martin in this group and let's see what's going on. Nothing really happening up front. Martin looking to the outside, duck it back to the inside. He's going to try to take this inside into turn number 2. Oh, he thinks better of it. Otis was really wide right there. Martin pulling the draft down the long straight. See what kind of speeds he gets. See if we can get a 190 in a draft. There's a 190 as he looks to the inside of Fotis. Martin and Fotis have been racing a long time together. Martin doing everything he can to get around him. Let's see what's happening up front again with Gunner. He's right up on the tail of Peter. He's going to try to do a Peter did to him, duck down to the inside. Nope, he's going to stay in the draft. See if he ducks out last minute. Nope, he did not. So many close races, it's hard to stay on top of what's happening. These guys are all bunched up together. Let's go back and check out this group of 4 here. This is positions 3 through 6th. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. They are nose to tail. I would almost say that Ariel is holding the 4 of those guys, or 3 of those guys up. Timo is trying everything he can to get around him. Martin taking a look at the inside of Fotis there for a moment, decided against it. Yeah, they all want to get a good run coming out of here. Martin taking a look to the inside of Fotis again. Fotis is trying to go to the outside of Timo. They're side by side again. These cars are so evenly matched, it's really hard to get a good feel of what's happening. To be able to get past somebody, it's just really tough. That's what I was trying to say. These guys are just going at it. As a matter of fact, all this fighting, Ariel holding everybody up, that is allowing Steve Davidson to catch back up to him. Steve must be chomping at the bit, seeing these guys just trying to go side by side, saying, oh, you guys just keep at it, I'll catch up. Fotis came into that turn 2 really hot. Martin looking at that thinking, oh boy, I might have a chance here. Martin just showing Fotis the nose, reminding him he's there. This guy's still nose to tail. I have noticed that Ariel is starting to pick up the pace a little bit. His last lap was a 104.2, which is only 1/10 off of our 2nd place position, 2 off of our leader. It's not qualifying speed when they were doing 103s, but they are definitely flying. Starting to see a little bit of space between each one of these drivers as they are starting to space out. But with that being said, our front 2 runners with Peter and Gunner are just starting to run away. Come on, Fotis, you got that says sword right on it. That means you got to be cutting through everybody, slicing them up. What's going on back here? These 2 gentlemen. They were off track there for a moment. Not sure what happened. But it's okay. We got these guys, these 4 in a row here. Steve Davidson still just sitting there at that 1.2, 1.3 seconds. Not really catching him, but he's not falling away from him either. Martin Edwards might have been taking a little breath there, taking a breather, saying, okay, I just need to relax a moment, reset this up, take a breath, relax, come back at it again. I'm amazed at how close these front four riders are still. These drivers are not letting each other get away. Timo staying right behind Ariel. Behind that, Fotis is not letting Timo get away, and Martin is not letting Fotis get away. And right behind them is Steve Davidson, who's lost a 10th, but he's still hanging out right there. We're going to go back to Auto Director and see what's happening around the track. As we watch Martin Edwards still in the train of four there. This guy's separated by less than a second from third to sixth. And in the blink of an eye, you can go from sixth to third or third to sixth in a heartbeat. Back up front with Gunnar and Peter as they still run nose and tail. We are with Fotis, who's still just looking in the back end of Timo's car, trying to figure out how he can get around it. I'm sure that Gunnar is doing the same things, trying to figure out where he's stronger than Peter, where's Peter's weak point. We know those two drivers, they don't really have a weak point. They're just very much on fire every lap. They have dropped the rest of the field by 4 seconds plus. Gunner's got to run. He is going to not take it, though. We are almost halfway, and I think I'm going to take a run through the field. So we're going to start with our first driver here, which is Peter Daniel. Started in second place, running in first. It's been the only pass for the lead so far. And right behind him, we have Gunnar, who is still in second, but they are nose to tail, as we've been watching. In third place, we have Ariel Zattoni running along in third. He is starting to move away from Timo. Timo getting really wide right there. You can see that. Let's go back and take a look at Timo. Timo Konecki running in fourth. He's got Fotis just sitting right behind him. That has not moved an inch. He's still right there. 0.2 of a second behind him. 0.1. Taking a look to the inside here. No going. Timo chops that nose right off. Behind Fotis, we have Martin running in that sixth position. Still trying to find a way. Oh, Timo has gone around. And it looks like Fotis has got Martin on his inside. They're running down the front straight here. Running side by side. Well, we got lucky to see that. Here we are. Martin is going to take that position. Back to fourth place from where he was earlier. Oh, Fotis is going to contest it right back. Jumping right back to the inside because Martin went wide. What a crazy set of events that was. Let's see. Now we got Steve Davidson, who did take advantage of the fact that when Timo spun, or gut spun, I don't know. I did not see it. Behind him, we got the Stig. Stig Martin is behind him, running right now in 7th position. Timo is now in 8th, so we're going to jump back to the 9th position with Adam Komarski. Adam is running really well, just running in that 9th position. Just being consistent. Behind him, we got Niels. And behind Niels, we have Nick. Niels is doing really well because he did not show this when he was driving around in practice. He was a little bit later than everybody, but he is running really well. Behind Niels, we got Nicholas Campbell. And Nicholas is running around in 11th place. He is doing really well as well. Behind that, we got Niels' brother, Henny. Henny is running in the 12th position with that, I'm not sure what color to call that. We're just going to call it yellowish, I guess. We'll call it something like that. Over here, we got Andreas Ebert in our 13th position. He's running around in one of those white liveries that don't really have much markings on. Almost look like a military car. Those military stars on the door. Behind that, we got Stefan running in the, well, now he's in 13th now because Andreas has pulled over for him for some reason. Not sure what happened there. Behind that, we got Willie van der Herk. He is running in the 15th position, and running in the very back is going to be the guy who didn't do any practice, didn't do any qualifying, and that's going to be Alan Kale in the nice bright orange, my favorite car, the car I usually drive. Copeland, it says on the side of that. That is a run through the field. Hopefully you got to see your favorite driver, and if you're watching this and you're the one of the drivers, hopefully you got to see your car drive around. We're back on auto director, and right now we're going to be watching this battle between Alan Kale and Vanderberg. Oh, now we're going to go back up to Edmonds and Fotis. Martin and Fotis are at it again. The two of these guys, oh, that looked like he was going to hit him for sure. He didn't, but it sure looked like he was going to. He is right there on the rear end of him. Coming down the front straight, Fotis takes the defensive line. Martin is going to go to the outside. Let's go back and watch this since the director would decide to go somewhere else. Martin still right there. No change position yet. He's looking to the inside, showing Fotis the nose, filling the mirrors. Now you can see that Ariel is actually pulled away from these guys by a good margin. The longer they continue to fight like this, the further he's going to get away. Now he's not catching the front runners by any means, but he is definitely able to relax and just drive by himself. Still at that 4-second mark behind second place is Ariel. As we watch Martin still trying to chase down Fotis. Now it looks like Gunner's going to run. Let's take a look. Yep, he's dropping back again. Boy, this race between Martin and Fotis, 20 minutes now. We've been nose to tail. Fotis has made a few mistakes, but Martin has not been able to capitalize on them. Usually if Fotis makes a mistake, Martin makes one right there at the same time. Not that the mistakes are huge, but they're big enough. I'm wondering what's going on with Timo because he has dropped way back. after running up there with that group. Let's see what's going on with him. Is Timo getting tired? Is he taking a little siesta? Wonder what he is doing. Just driving all by himself now. Not much happening there. Back up and take a look at Martin and Fotis, who are still nose to tail. Fotis taking a really seriously defensive line here. Fotis knows Martin is faster. Martin just doesn't have enough oomph to get all the way up beside him to really take that position away. He's beside him again here. So going into T1. Gives it back to him. He's trying to do an undercut to get on his inside. Going into T2, you want to be on the right. That's the inside line. It's not quite there. Martin's got a nice tight line here. Fotis using that overspeed from the outside to stay out there as they're heading down this long straight. They definitely have two different lines, as you can see that Martin is doing a much tighter line. Fotis is staying on the outside, which is allowing him to have that overspeed down the straights, which is stopping Martin from being able to get beside him. Both these guys being super respectful with space, driving, not doing anything to hurt the other driver if they can help it. You see a little bit of smoke coming from Ariel's car, locking it up just a moment. Martin coming in a little bit wide that time. Might have been carrying a little extra speed because he never jumped out of that draft until the last moment. As soon as he did, Fotis jumped right out there to use that line. Still no change in the front. Peter is still running up front. Gunner right behind him. Still hounding him. And here we got Martin taking another look. Going to be beside him going into turn 2. He is not. Backed out again. Tough situation. If you just can't get there, you can't get there. Like I said, these cars are so evenly matched. It is all about keeping that speed going when you're coming out of the turns. Still nose to tail. He's got to run on that outside there. Try to duck down to the inside. Nope, he's going to jump to the outside. Oh, Fotis up on the curb. This is a chance for Martin to really get a good run down this long straight. Somehow, Fotis stretched out the lead a little bit on that. That was interesting. Martin weaving back and forth. Martin doing everything he can to try to get around Fotis. Here they're coming down the front straight. Martin's way on the outside. I know Martin doesn't want to wreck him. Probably wouldn't mind bumping him a little bit, make him go wide, but you just never know when you do something like that in these cars. I mean, it tends to make them go really wide and spin. It's really sucky. No one likes to win like that. Well, a lot of people like to win that way. It's cheating. Not cheating. It's just bad driving. It's not respectful. It's so much better when you can just pass somebody. I have a feeling that if Martin got around these guys, he would track down Ariel. If he could get around Fotis. Up front, you can see that Mr. Gunner is still trailing right behind Peter, as they are still nose to tail for the lead. Here we are at 27 minutes in, and they are still nose to tail, not letting the other guy get away. So evenly matched, these two. Somehow Peter's got the better of Gunner over and over again. It's an amazing race. Probably got 2 laps left, maybe 3. Just over 2 minutes. These guys still nose to tail, no change at the front. And Martin and Fotis still nose to tail back here as well. Martin super close this time, coming out of T1. I keep waiting for him to either do a last second dive. It seemed like the last time he did that, he ended up going wide in T1. Just can't seem to be there. It's a little bit of a mistake right there by Fotis, but not enough for Martin to take advantage of it. Martin's got that tighter line, but I'm telling you, that tighter line is just not working for him. There he's going to float to the outside this time. If you can get all the way beside him on the outside, that would change it, but he's just not able to get all the way there. Fotis a little bit wide. Martin taking a look to the inside again. Can he get there this time? He backed out. Just wasn't quite there. He's right there on his back end now, though. Martin doing a little drifting. I think they're going to have one more lap. I think the two in front have already passed the start-finish line. The time was not up yet. Nope. That's it. Race is over. Martin is going to end up in 5th position. We got Peter Daniel in 1st. Gunnar Reeks in 2nd. Ariel Zatoni in 3rd. Fotis Soziglu in 4th. Martin Edmonds in 5th. In 6th, we had Steve Davidson. 7th is Adam Komorowski. In 8th, Steve, what's that, Martin? What's his name? Stig Martin, that's right. The Stig. In 10th place, we had, where was Stig Martin? He was in 8th. And Nicholas Campbell in 9th position, and in 10th we have Timo Konecny. That poor Timo, he got spun and never really recovered from that. He ended up going backwards more than he was going forward. There's your final right there, with Peter Daniel being the race winner and Gunnar Reeks having the fastest lap, 103.719. Just over 1/10 faster than Peter Daniel, and just 2/10 or 2.5 faster than Ariel Zattoni. Again, we are going to have us a little bit of a intermission here. It's a good time for y'all to jump up and grab yourself something to drink, maybe a little snack. And if you're interested, I can't bring it up right this moment because it's not letting me, but you could jump to that ESR store and buy yourself some shirts or maybe a hat, keychain, or whatever else they have on that website. I don't know if they have a keychain. I just made that up, but I'm sure they have her shirts and hats. I've seen those. All right, folks, warm-up is done. I do know that we tend to flip, I think it's the top 6 drivers. They do a reverse grid. So even though they might have finished first, they might end up in 6th. And that might really work out for Steve Davidson, who's going to start on the pole, I believe. Let's take a look when they get all lined up. There's your QR code for the store. Again, my name is Adam. I am your commentator for today. And hopefully you guys have had a good time so far and had an awesome race in that first race. And we are about to do it all over again. Just about time. Let's go, folks. Let's get on the grid. These guys are making their last moment changes, making sure everything is set up the way they want it. And they are on the loud pedal and going, folks. Let's do this. They are running heavy. Here we go. Looks like Nicholas Campbell was the top 8 that were reversed. Red, you got Nicholas Campbell starting off, Martin Edwards is the first, Fotosiglo in second, so it looks like it was the top 5. Got a little excited there. I was way down in the numbers there for some reason. That's okay, we're back on track now. Martin Edwards, let's see if he does drive away from Fotis like I thought he would. He is running in the top position. And Peter Daniel looks like he is still right. No, he looks like he got around Ariel Zatoni as well as Gunnar Ricks got around right off the bat. Ariel went from that 3rd position where he finished in that first race. He's all the way back into 5th, which doesn't bode well for him. Fotis has got Gunnar right behind him. You know, there was about a 3 or 4 tenths difference in their qualifying time. But let's see how Fotis does with having Gunnar behind him, if he's able to hold him off. Got Peter taking a look to the inside of Gunnar. They are nose to tail. Martin's snaking it down there, down the long straight, trying to break the toe of anyone's behind him, trying to keep Fotis from keying on right there. As the top 5 are just sitting pretty. Adam Komorowski's made good. He's got up a position. He's up into that 6th position. Timo would finish 10th. He's got 1 position. He's up to 9th. See if he can get himself back up here into contention. Maybe get him a top 5 if he can. He was running in 4th position when he spun it last time, or he got spun. Somehow he went around. Oh, and around goes Timo again. Oh, and he's clobbered. Oh my goodness. Guy's having no luck today. All the way down to last position. He got clobbered pretty hard there, but these cars are really, really resilient. You can get hit. They don't take a lot of damage. They do take damage, don't get me wrong, just not as much as you would expect. But he is dropping back really fast. Looks like he's got himself back going in the right direction. As we jump on board with Gunnar, who's riding behind Fotis, having the same issues that Martin had the whole race. I kind of thought Martin would pull away from Fotis, but maybe the draft is helping Fotis out. Fotis doing a heavy defensive move against Gunnar. So they go 3 wide. Martin's off. Gunnar's off. Martin coming back on in the, whoa. Gunnar all the way around. He's all the way down to 14th, fighting for 2nd, all the way down into last place. Martin, on the other hand, is all the way back to 7th, and Fotis is now in the lead. That was some crazy stuff. And right about now, Peter's saying, okay, my main rival is now back somewhere in the back. All I got to do is get up here and get around Fotis. I'll drive away. But as we've seen, Fotis has not been an easy person to pass. Let's see how Peter deals with him. He's going to look to the outside, duck back in. Now he's going to go to the inside into turn number 2 or 3. And he drops in behind him. Look at the run that he has already. He is going to drop down to the inside. He is going to take that position through these double left-handers. Oh, Fotis cut off the nose. Peter's not going to like that at all. Let's see what's happening in the back here. I'm going to drop to the back. So we're going to stay with this right here. I'm going to see if Peter can get around him. Stay with this for a couple more laps. Ariel's not falling back either. He's sticking right with him, but we do know that Ariel was also faster than Fotis. So both second and third want to get around that first place driver. They both know they're faster than him. Look at Peter, how he comes out of that turn so smooth. Just right there, not giving Fotis anything but the nose. And he's going to give it another shot. He's all the way beside him again. Oh no, what happened? Go back. They're still side by side. Oh, that's what's the problem with auto director. Sometimes it switches to where you don't want to be. Thought we had a pass for the lead right there. We missed part of that fight. Peter has given Fotis more than he can handle. He's got him here. Everybody needs to take note on how Peter did that. Got him going into that T3 there, going through the S's. Got him coming out of T1. He had such a run. Just really, really gave Fotis no choice but to have to go wide into that T3. Ariel took note. Going to try to do the same thing. Let's go drop back. We're going to go take a look at Gunnar and Timo, who are now nose to tail. Gunnar's actually starting to pick his way through the field. He's picked off two drivers, Timo and Willie. Now he's going after Penny next. Let's go take a look at Martin, who also was off track on that lap earlier. He is finding himself all by himself, chasing down Niels. He's got about, Nicholas. He's chasing down Nicholas. He's just about 3 seconds behind him. So we'll keep an eye on that as we go. Gonna go jump back up front to Ariel and see how Ariel deals with Fotis. Ariel. I'm not sure how to say that name. Not only are these three nose to tail, but the three behind them are nose to tail as well. As we look at these three, let's jump back to, let's say, 6th position. Take a look at Nicholas, Steve, and Adam Komorowski. Oh, that's too far back, sorry. Oh, there we go. These three guys are still nose to tail as well. Adam holding them off. Talent galore going on here today, folks. You can definitely see the difference in the line, the way that those guys in front come out of there compared to these guys. They were so much tighter. Those guys in front are way to the outside. You got Niels taking a look, or Nicholas taking a look at Steve Davidson there, trying to see if he can just show him the nose. Show him the nose. Got some action going on here with Mr. Friggs. He is dropping back so fast. Let's go back, take a look at Gunners. We know he's picking his way through the field. He's picked off 4 of them already, 5 of them now. Now he's got himself 0.7 to the driver in front of him. You can see, we'll just watch him just run right up to him. He needs to have the sword livery because he is going to cut his way through this field. That looks like it could be his teammate in front of him there with Andreas Ebert. Let's see. Sim Racing Belgium, and Andreas is, nope, 944 Housewives. They just run in the same livery. There's not a lot of liveries to choose from. It's one complaint I had about the game is that you can't make your own liveries and have more than, you know, like this particular car only has like 10 or 11 of them, if I remember right. Might not even be that many. Gunner is right on the back end of Andreas now. It's just a matter of time. Something has happened to Fotis, and Fotis has gone back. Where is he? What's happening, Fotis? Fotis is into a wall. We did not see what happened there. Oh, the heartbreak. The heartbreak it is. Oh, let's go back to see what Gunner's doing. Did he get around Andreas yet? Oh, sorry, wrong guy. Here we go. He did not. If anything, he's kind of fallen back a little bit. There he goes. He's catching up again. Oh, he's going to cut to the inside, going into the last turn. And he makes that pass stick. Gunner from 16th all the way back up to 9th. Martin Edwards, who fell back, I believe he went back to 8th, has made up 2 positions. He's back up to 6th. With 2 seconds, he's slowly reeling Nicholas in. Doesn't have a lot of time for that. And up front, we got Peter, who's just running away from everybody. Looks like Steve Davidson has caught Nicholas Campbell. They've been just swapped positions. I guess Nicholas had passed him. Martin is still slowly tracking him down. He's still got 15 minutes, almost just over half the race, 16 minutes total to catch and pass at least one more guy, maybe 2. And Fotis has called the day. He has driven off the track and DNF'd. Did not finish. Davidson just not letting Nicholas get away. If I saw that right, it looked like Nicholas is our biggest winner right now with gaining 5 positions, our biggest mover. Judging by the way that Nicholas is not getting away from Steve, I would almost say that either Steve made a mistake or Nicholas made a big old dive on him and Steve said he'd rather not wreck. Because Nicholas is not just driving away from him, Steve's sticking right along with him. And that time for Martin is still coming down. It's down to 2 seconds. Slowly reeling him in. Each lap a 10th or 2 faster. This is the closest race on track right now. Closest battle. Gunner is catching the Stig. Let's take a look. Let's see how he passes him. He's going to do it. Oh, maybe not. He's going to duck and low. Stig's going to give him some extra room there. Gunner's just going to drive down the inside here. Is he going to get by him? Doesn't look like it. Looked like Stig got that run on that outside. Gunner going to take a look to the inside here going into 4. Going to stick him on the outside for 6, 7. He's going to just try to do an over-under, try to get back on his inside. Going the last 2 turns, here he comes. He's on his inside. Should be able to make this stick. If he doesn't make a stick here, he's going to get him in T1. He got him there, right there. Oh, just missed that. Steve Davidson got back around Nicholas. And Nicholas back around. They're side by side. Steve down to the inside. He's going to have the outside on this next corner, not where you want to be. He's going to have to sacrifice that up to Nicholas right now, which he did. And Nicholas is our biggest mover. Our biggest loser is Fotis, but that's because he DNF'd. Not sure after hitting the wall how bad the damage was, if he could have got out, stayed out there and maybe made up some positions. And Gunner is right now on the backside of Niels now. The next victim to fall to him is going to be Niels. And he's going to have a long run up to Martin. And Martin is down to 1.5 seconds. Oh, we got Steve and Nicholas going at it again. Where are these boys at? Getting ready to do the back straight. Steve's going to have a nice big run down here. He was on that outside. Nicholas had to do it inside a little bit shorter. Looked like the car's on fire up there. Steve seems to be coming out of this T1 much better than Nicholas, and that seems like where he's trying to make his move here. He's not very close this time. Not sure if maybe Nicholas just made some mistakes coming out of the T1 or what. Seems like every time we try to pick it up, this is where they'd be right here, side by side. But nothing doing this time. Gunner got around Niels, and now has that big old 7.5 second gap to Martin. Martin is just 1.5 seconds behind the 2 that we're watching. You can see him there at the bottom of your screen. And that white car. See where Tebow's gotten up to. He's coming back through the field. Not as fast as Gunner did, but he is coming back through the field. He's up to 11th after being in last. So he's gotten by 4. One more if you count Fotis. That's one thing. I wish we had the ability to rewind to see what happened. I would have loved to see what happened to Fotis. Loved to see what happened to Timo. And with that wreck with Martin and not so much of a wreck as people bumping and grinding. I think it was lap 2 between Martin, Fotis, and Gunner to see what happened there as well. Jump back up here with Martin and see still 1.5 seconds, so not really there. Steve's still right behind Nicholas just cannot seem to find a way around him. No race for the lead. Peter's pretty much driven away. He's at almost 2.7. He's almost 3 seconds ahead of Ariel. Ariel is almost 3 seconds ahead of Komorowski. Well, he is 3.5 seconds, sorry. And Nicholas and Steve are the ones that are going at it. Steve is on his inside again, looking to jump down on the inside. And the more they fight, the closer Martin gets. Martin is running out of time. He's only got 9 minutes left, just short of 9 minutes. And he's barely half that lead down. He was 4 seconds behind him with 15 or 16 minutes ago. Here we are at 9, 7 minutes in. He's barely got it down to 1.1. So he does have the time to get there, but can he get there and then pass him? That's where it becomes difficult. Steve is just not able to get around him. He's been on his inside a couple times, got up next to him, and these guys are actually starting to catch Komorowski. Adam is starting to slip back into the clutches of Nicholas, Steve, and Martin. Adam is one of those drivers, in one moment he's just going to be doing okay, and then the next minute he'll be flying, and then the minute after that he's like way back, going backwards. Oh, and Timo, something has happened to Timo because he just DNF'd as well. Again, wish I had replay so I could see what happened there. As we continue to follow around Steve Davidson, who's behind Nicholas. Nicholas has held on really well. He hasn't made any mistakes. Steve is trying everything he can to get around him. Like we said, the more they fight, the closer Martin gets. Martin is definitely running out of time. He's still at that 1 second mark or so behind these two drivers. Like we always say, catching them is one thing, passing is another. You have to catch them at the right time, be at the right speed to get up beside them. Hopefully they're not playing in defense. As we saw with Fotis, it's virtually impossible to pass somebody. They place their car just right. Nicholas is seeming just to keep that 0.2 seconds on Steve right now. Steve's just not getting back up there. He's doing it now on the straight, a little bit of that draft. Now, if he can stay right with him here, he might have a run down this front straight. He also might get a run coming out of T1 going into that T2-3 area. Steve's just staying right with him. He's got a little bit of a run here. And these guys have caught Adam. That draft that Steve had before is not going to work with Adam right in front of Nicholas, because Nicholas is going to get a toe off of Adam. Martin not making up any time. Once these guys caught Adam, they seem to get that extra bit of draft. Once they get there, though, it's not going to be much time. They are there now. So Martin might start closing in on him again. Just for them having that little extra oomph from a third car, it's not going to help Martin out at all. What we need is to see Steve really make a big change here. It's just so dangerous. Look at this, here we are, just like we were in race one, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, all nose to tail. Martin's not quite there, but he's close. He's actually starting to lose some time to these guys. He's back to 1.3, well, he was. With these guys staying in line and really making it difficult for Martin to catch up any space on them. Steve looks like he's got a run here. Going to duck down to the inside. He's showing the right side. There he goes. Popping out. Not going to get close enough. Backed out of it. And that definitely let Martin catch up. I kept saying that these three guys start to get to racing. Martin's going to be there. He's got 2 laps to make something happen. Catching them's one thing, passing's another. Adam doing a little bit of defensive driving here. Nicholas now on the offense. He's been on the defense against Steve this whole time. Now he's having a chance to pass Adam. He's got to be on the offense. He's got to be not only looking out front, but checking those mirrors once in a while. Seeing what's happening as Steve makes a great turn out of that corner. Ooh, that looked crazy right there. I thought they were going to hit for sure. Nicholas just pushed him all the way to the outside. One more lap to go, boys. Let's do this. We have a race on our hand here, folks. Martin has caught him from behind. And that 7.5 second deficit that Gunner had, he is not going to make that up. He's still got 5 seconds to go. Who will get third? Will Nicholas get up there and pass Adam? Will Steve pass Nicholas and take a 4th place position? They're side by side now. Steve gave it a shot. Here they go down this long straight. Let's see what kind of speed Steve gets in this last laps. 180, 191. Woohoo! Let's go, Steve. Martin trying everything just to jump down to the side, Steve. Hoping to take any kind of position. Here they come into the start-finish line. It's going to be. Looks like Adam is going to hold on. Nicholas is going to hold on. Steve will hold on, and so will Barton. Not the finish that Gunnar was looking for, but a good finish nonetheless. He did make it all the way back up to 7th after falling all the way to 16th, which is not what you want to have happen, but, you know, sometimes stuff happens in a race. And in just a moment, we'll see the standings from everybody, which that cut me right off of that. So I do not have the standings, folks. I apologize. See if I can jump back in real quick and we can get that. Probably not. Nope, that server's done. That is okay, folks. What a great, great race we had. Sorry that we lost the standings there at the end, but we know that Peter won that race. He definitely had the luck of not being in that early incident with the 3 front runners, which allowed him to pretty much just run away with it. Nobody really to get in his way. In second place, I believe we had Ariel, and that was second place. And in third place, we had Adam Komorowski. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Please leave a like, leave a subscription, and leave a comment for the algorithms. And otherwise, stay cool like the other side of the pillow.